What is up, everybody? So there's some news coming out about the gun that was used to kill Halyna Hutchins, the gun that Alec Baldwin was handling when it went off, when he pulled the trigger, whatever the situation may be. Some information came out about that gun today during the trial. This is from the LA Times and is linked in the description below. On Monday, the third day of Hannah Gutierrez's trial, FBI forensic examiner Bryce Ziegler took the stand. He testified that he was responsible for damaging the gun during testing at the FBI laboratory in Quantico nearly 2 years ago. The FBI analyst said Monday that he performed a rigorous set of tests, including striking Baldwin's prop gun several times with a rawhide mallet. He stated that he used a rawhide mallet to strike the gun while the hammer was pulled back from several directions. The tests were intended to determine whether bumping or jolting the weapon would result in a discharge. He said that he was trying to simulate scenarios for the gun to go off without the handler pulling the trigger. During the test, he broke several components of the gun, the fractured parts including the tip of the trigger, the sear, and the hammer. He stated that he was only able to get the gun to fire during 2 sets of tests, including a fully cocked hammer position. Some of the internal components of the firearm actually broke to allow that hammer to fall and fire the primed cartridge case. That is what the expert stated. Baldwin's attorneys through a spokesperson declined to comment on his testimony. Ziegler testified that gun damage occurred during his testing at the FBI lab. It was functioning normally when I received it, he stated. As a result of the testing, it was damaged. He was one of 3 FBI experts who testified during Hannah Gutierrez's trial on Monday. The proceedings were broadcasted by Court TV. You can actually go on to the Court TV website, or YouTube channel, and watch the trial. The Rust Weapons and Ammunition provider Seth Kenney testified during a deposition last year that the gun, an Italian-made pistol designed to look like a vintage 1873 single-action revolver, was fully functional when he sent it to the production. Kenney stated that he had purchased the gun for the movie Rust, but for the prosecutors, the fractured gun parts have raised some questions about the integrity of the firearm. Special prosecutors separately hired an Arizona gun expert to review the broken pieces, among other evidence, and determined whether the gun was faulty during the Rust production. That expert studied the gun and rebuilt it with new parts. The trigger had to be pulled or depressed sufficiently to release the fully cocked or retracted hammer of the revolver. Alec Baldwin maintains that it wasn't his job to inspect the revolver to make sure the bullets inside were dummy rounds. That position was affirmed by the Performers Union that includes Alec Baldwin. When Alec Baldwin was handed the gun, he was told it was cold, meaning it had no ammunition. However, the gun contained 5 so-called dummy rounds and 1 live bullet. Alec Baldwin's attorney stated that he had no reason to believe there was a live bullet in the gun or anywhere on the movie set. He relied on the professionals with whom he worked, who assured him the gun did not have live rounds. We will fight these charges and we will win. Hannah Gutierrez, the person that is on trial right now, told sheriff investigators that she loaded the gun but thought all of the bullets inside were dummies. Special prosecutor Jason Lewis, in his opening statement last week, said the trial would feature Rust crew members who will testify that Gutierrez was sloppy and unprofessional. Hannah Gutierrez's attorneys disputed the characterization, saying the young armorer was made a scapegoat by the prosecutors and film producers looking to find blame for Halyna Hutchins' tragic death. The film set had other issues, including a walk-off by camera crew members. What you are seeing in this courtroom today is trying to blame it all on Hannah, the 24-year-old, her lawyer stated. Why? Because she's an easy target. She was the least powerful person on the set. Well, that's the big update from today's trial regarding the gun that killed Halyna Hutchins. What do you think? Do you think Alec Baldwin is responsible? Do you think Hannah Gutierrez Reed is responsible? What's your opinion? Let me know. Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.